The lawyer paused on the phone before telling me, "Your ex-husband left you with everything. The same husband who told me to get lost?" I thought it was a prank. Evan and I'd spent our last year together in bitter arguments before divorcing 6 years ago. The lawyer cleared his throat. Evan updated his will 2 months ago. According to the update, you're the sole owner of all his assets. His company shares, vacation properties, cash, and the house. I couldn't speak. Evan and I'd fought tooth and nail for that house in court. I'd cried for weeks when I lost it, and now he's suddenly giving it back? When his new wife Haley called an hour later, her voice was shaking. "I need to know what you did to make him forgive you. We have 2 kids together. He left them nothing they can touch until they're 30. Why?" That's the same question I wanted answered. I told her I hadn't spoken to Evan since the divorce was finalized. I didn't even know where he'd been living. She didn't believe me. His brother texted me next. "We can't legally tell you why, but how dare you?" I tried calling him, but he wouldn't answer. I drove to their family house, and his sister answered the door with pure hatred on her face. "There's an NDA," she said. "The whole family signed it 4 years ago. $80,000 penalty if anyone breaks it." She started closing the door, then stopped. "That NDA expires in stages. When you find out the truth, I hope it haunts you like it haunted us." I sat in my car, exhausted and lost, thinking back to our final fight. Evan had thrown a plate at the wall next to my head. I'd run out while he yelled, "If you leave me, I'll never forgive you. Never." The estate lawyer called me back to discuss the details. First, there's a condition I need to explain. I knew it. With Evan, there was always a catch. Once you use any money or move into the house, you must live there for 5 years or you forfeit everything. My eyes widened. "That's very specific," I said. "Yes. And not only that, the house has monitoring systems to ensure compliance. Smart locks that log entries, security cameras, even guards that were paid a 5 years salary on the spot to watch at all times. If you leave for more than 72 consecutive hours, the inheritance is void." I sat there stunned. It wasn't exactly a cruel or impossible thing, but it was weird. Too weird for even Evan to ask for. "And he asked for this completely sane?" I asked. The lawyer nodded confidently. "Me and another witness made sure it was accurate, and his decision was made of sound mind and body. Now another thing," he added, pulling out a banker's box. "These are personal effects he wanted you to have immediately." Inside were manila folders full of photos that made my mind spiral even more. Pictures of me in several public spaces over the years, like he'd never stopped watching me. Some had little hearts drawn around my face, others with my face scratched out so violently the pen had torn through the paper. My hands started shaking. The lawyer got up. "I'll ask for your signature on the papers by tomorrow evening. Please make your decision by then." Decision? After hearing everything, that was like asking a bird to fly to the moon. Evan was practically handing over our dream house and money that I could spend on my mother's cancer treatment. But his family's warnings worried me. I needed to know more. I spent the night going through the box and found the business card of his therapist. "Yes," the doctor confirmed. "Evan left 60 recorded sessions. If you accept the inheritance, they'll be released 1 per month." He was very specific about the schedule. "You can't access them early, but take my advice. Take the offer. Don't trust anyone else. There are things you really need to know." She swiftly hung up and refused to take any more of my calls. At the bottom of the box were sealed envelopes with complex seals labeled Year 1, Year 2, Year 3, Year 4, Year 5, the truth. When I called the lawyer about it, he explained, "Ah yes, these are date locked. You can't open them early or you lose everything. You have to wait exactly 1 year between each letter." I was starting to get frustrated. What was up with all these puzzles? Was this some sick way of tormenting me? I couldn't sleep the rest of the night. I thought about everything. The warnings from his family, the pain in his widow's voice, the therapist's advice, and Evan, the man who put me in this awful position. Just when I thought I was sure I'd say no, the doctors called me in the morning, reminding me that tomorrow was the deadline for my mom's experimental cancer treatment. I was stuck again. The lawyer arrived at my apartment at 6 sharp with the final papers. "Once you sign, the house locks engage at midnight. The 5 years starts immediately. The guards are already in position." My hand hovered over the signature line. I paused, then signed. Year 1, I opened his first letter. It read, "I'm sorry for doing this to you.